Well, this is what I would call a capstone event for Black History Month, and what better way than to be on the campus on one of America's most famous institutions, Mayor Medical College, and pairing that up with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, both celebrating African American history, and it's a great cause. It's for funding St. Jude and its healing mission, finding cures and saving lives. I could think of no better alignment of all the stars than Meharry, St. Jude, and African American History Month.
I am a guest along with other young people who were a part of the Nashville Sit-Ins and Freedom Rides. We were a singing movement, and when we sing, we announce our presence.
And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave.
The Nashville movement was a God-sent movement because there are people that were in the movement that had no plans to come to Nashville, but for some reason they ended up here. And I'm one of 14 students who was expelled from Tennessee A&I for being arrested and being in prison in Parkland Penitentiary on the Freedom Rides.
It's well known of all of the research and the healing mission at St. Jude, but St. Jude has been a pioneer in equality and respect for diversity.
We made a vow that no child, regardless of their color and socioeconomic status or where they come from, will go without treatment. And from that modest commitment and that promise, what an amazing organization.
We were taught how to remove ourselves from the mental or physical situation and not fight back, because the Bible says, love thy neighbor as thyself.
Before the laws required it, it was St. Jude that saw that the hospitals and the hotels would receive every individual without regard to race.
I was admitted into St. Jude when I was 10 years old, around 2011, and ever since that night, it's been a life-changing memory of mine that holds a very personal place in my heart.
We treat not only the patient. We know that little patient, that little child, is not going to be any better than the welfare of his or her parents.
It's like my second family up there. I mean, they put a smile on my face every day. They made me feel like I could do the impossible if I could.
We started Spirit of the Dream in Memphis about 4 years ago. The people from our office here came down, which is just really great. They said, look, we need to do this in Nashville, Tennessee.
I'm glad that St. Jude has offered me this experience to be here, and that they remember me and that I have a place in their heads and their hearts.
In the words of Danny Thomas, we will say we've had enough when we can say truly that no child henceforth will die in the dawn of life. And we have a ways to go. We've made great progress. The bell never rings until we get to that goal of making sure that childhood cancer is just a distant memory.
9 years of surviving. I feel great.